So welcome to our team call, you guys. This week's topic is on how to be a good coach, and in the sense of helping our challengers and really helping them see a transformation, helping them love their results, love the group atmosphere, everything about it. So we will dive right into that after some quick announcements. I'll share my screen. And there are a lot, so I'm just going to run through them super quick. Wanted to let you guys know that the UK launch is October 19th. My goal for every single one on this call is to hit Success Club by September 15th or 20th at the latest, so that the whole rest of the month can be on finding people in the UK and just building connections. Not even inviting to anything yet unless it's a free group, but just connect over in the UK, because that is going to be huge. Like, your teams and your business can blow up as long as you're focusing on that. But there's still tons of people in the US and Canada that need our help. So hit that goal first and then move on to find people in the UK. Next, this is the last month of the 160 promotion for the All Access Challenge Pack. They do want to try and extend this, and I'm assuming they probably will, but they're still telling us this is the last month. So for people who keep waiting and waiting, let them know that next month, as of right now, it's set to increase to $199. We have started the Boss Babe Blitz. If you don't know what that is, it's basically a recruiting blitz where we are focusing on recruiting and building our teams and building our challenge groups. And it's not a training group, it's an action group. So we might go in there and share little tips and tricks every now and then, but more importantly, it's about doing it, right? Like taking action, sending those invites, inviting people to the business side of things. So that's an awesome group. If you're not in there, anybody on this team is welcome to join. It's just my team, our team, and my Success Club, my Success partner, her team as well. Diamond bonus. This is the last month for the third quarter bonus. So if you hit Success Club in July and August, and you also hit Success Club in September, and if you are a diamond rank for 6 consecutive weeks throughout July through September, you'll win $250. If you don't meet that criteria, it restarts starting October, November, December. If you hit Success Club at least 5, so only helping 3 new people each month for those 3 months, and your diamond rank for at least 6 consecutive weeks within that 12-week period, you earn $250 that you could use towards Christmas gifts or traveling, whatever it is that you want. Week of Hard Labor is this week. It actually started on September 5th, so we are day 3 of a week of hard labor. So if you haven't started that yet, you still can. All of the workouts are up and being loaded every morning. And Clean Week, you guys, it was initially set to launch on September 19th, and now it is October 3rd. So just be aware of that. We do have the Feel Good Challenge, which is it's a taste tester group basically for Shakeology, starting on September 11th. And then next month, I'm going to be inviting to a Clean Week, which I'm sure I'm not going to call Clean Week because every coach and their mother is going to be using that phrase. So we'll come up with something creative, but I will be promoting that towards the end of this month. And as you guys may or may not know, we now offer, I'm going to stop sharing quickly. Currently, I need to double check on this, but we have always offered people who sign up for challenge packs, but not as a coach, they actually saved 10% off of everything. And we're getting rid of that. So they're no longer going to be saving 10%. What they want to do, if they do want those discounts and those savings, they'd have to sign up as a coach, whether it be discount or it would be a discount coach, or if they want to work the business. So if you do have anybody that has signed up in the past and they're getting 10% off of their orders, it's being removed this month. So make sure that you let them know that, and let them know that if you still want discounts, but even better discounts, sign up as a discount coach and you can get those. Those are all of my announcements for this week. I don't have any recognition, like boards to say who has how many points, but does anybody want to recognize anything that you're doing really well, your team, anything like that? I feel like everyone's driving except for Kate. So maybe not. No? All right, we'll move on. I wouldn't want you guys to unpress mute. Let me share my screen again. And you guys, my tips for you guys in all these areas, I didn't want to go too in depth in each one of these. So it's pretty high level of what I do to try and be the best coach that I can be. And then if you guys have questions during it, feel free to unmute yourself and ask, or you can type it in the chat box, whatever is easiest for you. And then we can dive into more details too if you want more information on a certain area. So how to be a good coach. Let me move my pictures out of the way. All right, so I'm going to cover 4 areas with you guys. The first one is how to help your challengers feel prepared. I really do think that some coaches out there, and I say this from experience, I feel like I've done this in the past. I was so focused on Success Club that as soon as I sold a challenge pack, I was like, phew, yes, I'm closer to hitting Success Club 5 or 10 or whatever my goal is that month. And then I kind of dropped the ball. And like I said, I've done that, and I know other coaches do that. And it so hit home for me. It was like a smack in the face when I was at the leadership conference, which is in January. And someone on stage said, our job does not end when we sell a challenge pack. That's when it starts. And I was like, holy crap. I'm like an awful coach. All I'm doing is getting them set up. And I felt good about it because I'm still setting them up with what they need to succeed. But that was pretty much it, right? I wasn't really there as close as I could have been on their journey. So these are things that I do to not only sell the challenge pack, but also help them feel prepared and have a great experience. Number 1, I email them regarding next steps. And I actually have it saved in a snippet document. I should have had it pulled up. Jess Vunk also shared hers in the Fit Vibes Tribe page. So if you didn't see that the other day, feel free to go look at that. Mine, I will be updating to parts of what Jess has because I really like it. But in Google Streak, I have this snippet, sign up part 2. Oh wait, it's part 3. Sign up part 3, where I walk them through what's next. So I say you'll be able to start to access your workouts right away, although it may take up to 48 hours to unlock all the workouts. You can access them here. So I give them the link on where to find their workouts. And then since everybody is different and has different goals and whatnot, I then recommend a program. So based off of what you've told me, I really think 21 Day Fix would be a good place for you to start, or Size, or TurboFire, or any of those. And then I end with, if you have any family or friends that may want to join, feel free to send them my way. If they end up signing up, I'll send them to you, because typically people sign up as discount coaches. So the key thing here is just I'm telling them what's next. I also tell them that I'll be adding them into a challenge group. So I say, make sure you download the My Challenge Tracker app so that you can be included in the accountability group that we're going to be hosting. So tell them what's next. And again, go into Fit Vibes Tribe and just search for Jess Vunk and see what she uses, because I really liked hers as well. Number 2 on how to help your challengers feel prepared is set up a call with them. And this might be scary. If you're anything like me, it was really scary the first time that I did this, but it helped so much in terms of them trusting you, because believe it or not, it's only the start. When you sell a challenge pack, you still need to continue that friendship and build that trust and all of that. So it's really cool talking with them one-on-one, because they get to see you and hear you and feel your excitement and all of that. So set up a call with them. And what I do on this call is sometimes I do it one-on-one, sometimes I do it in small groups. So you could do it as, again, one-on-one, or the week before your group starts, tell everybody, hey, I'm doing this webinar where we will be reviewing Beachbody On Demand and meal plans. So that way it's hit 10 birds with one stone, or however many people join your challenge groups. You can do it all at once. And I reviewed just that. I open up on my computer the 21 Day Fix meal plan, and I'm actually thinking of switching to the Shift Shop meal plan because I really like that. And it's way more detailed than any of the other programs in that it tells you examples of exactly what to eat every single day, and grocery lists. I've always had to provide that on my own to my challengers, but Shift Shop does it for you. So I will be using that as my guide, but I walk them through the before steps of calculating their own calorie range, right, to find out which plan they're in. And then I tell them, okay, if you're in plan B, just as an example, this is how many yellow containers you'll have. This is how many green containers you'll have. Because I don't know about you guys, but so many people are like, oh my gosh, I can only have one of each of these containers throughout the day. And I'm like, no, you get to have way more than that. So just like simple things like that, you might need to clarify. And then again, the Shift Shop one reviews specific meals. And so I say, like, this is a perfect day. If you can eat all of that, go for it. But if you hate fish, then maybe you could swap that out for, chicken, or, try and help them find swaps based on their limitations or taste preferences. I also will review Beachbody On Demand. Beachbody On Demand is very overwhelming because there's so many workouts, and especially if you don't recommend a program like step number 1 says, they're going to log in and they're going to feel like, holy crap, I don't know which program to start, what program is the best, who these trainers are, what sorts of workout, what is country heat, they have no idea. So I review Beachbody On Demand, and I don't know if you guys know this, but Beachbody On Demand has filters. So you can search for workouts based on intensity level, based on style of workout, like dance or lifting, circuit training, things like that. And you can also search by trainer. So I point that out because that's really helpful, where if I have a beginner, and maybe you don't know what to recommend, they can actually find it on their own. Search for beginner and dance, right? Or beginner and lifting, and see what comes up for them. Another thing I review on Beachbody On Demand is when you click into a program, there's the program materials is what it's called. Clicking on that opens up the workout calendar and the meal plans and a whole bunch of other files. The reason why that's important is because I've had people that sign up, they log into BOD, they choose 21 Day Fix, for example, and then they just go through the list of workouts one each day. And like on day 8, they're like, okay, got through all the workouts, now what? And I'm like, you missed the workout calendar. Like there's a rhyme and reason to everything on why to do certain workouts each day. And they just were like randomly choosing what workouts to do. So make sure they know where to find the workout calendar and where to find the nutrition plan. And lastly, we've already talked about this. Make sure you do recommend a program. And if they want to try a few before starting, recommend a few. Say try one from 21 Day Fix, one from Size, and one from Hammer and Chisel. I think those 3 you'd really love. Try them all and let me know what you think. All right, so make sure they feel prepared, they know what to expect, and they know where to find everything. Another thing that you can add to this is if you host through the My Challenge Tracker app, I actually have a screenshot where I share how to find the files and documents, because lots of people, I still upload my own meal plans and people have no idea where to find it. So just tell them, like, if you want to access my meal plan, click here. When you want to log your shake for the day, click the plus button and then click Shakeology. So little things like that. Next, how to get engagement in your challenge groups. This is like the number one question, right? Let me have some wine before I dive into this one. So before even going through these tips, which you can clearly see, I want you guys to know that engagement and participation is not on you. You can do your best, and I'm going to tell you guys how to do your best, but know that somebody's lack of participation is not a reflection on you. Some people truly do join these groups just to be a fly on the wall, and that's okay. They're still being motivated by your posts, even though they've never liked a single one. And people are going through different things. Maybe they didn't sign up at the right time. I truly believe timing is everything. And so if they signed up for a challenge pack and a group at a time where they're going on 3 vacations, or it is holiday season and they're not in it mentally, they're going to check out. Okay. That's not on you. So try and understand that you can still be a good coach, and some months you will not get engagement. Right now, I have 65 people in my challenge group because I co-host them with my sister, and we just like let our clients keep joining so they're not all new people. But out of those 65, let me log in right now. I think it'll tell me right away. My guess would be 8 people are participating. Let me see. Can I see that anywhere? Logged today, 16 people out of 65, and that's including me and the 4 other girls that I'm co-hosting it with, because it's our Team Cup group. So this month is slow. This January is going to be amazing. So just know it's cyclical, all right? So it's not you guys at all. But there are 4 things that I do to try and get engagement and have it be a really positive experience. Number 1, have prizes. And don't think you need to break the bank for this. I go to Five and Below and just get like headbands, or at Summit, I got like extra agility markers, like these things that you can hand out. My favorite prize is getting the 10 packs of Energize and using those as giveaways. And those are super cheap. So you don't have to spend a lot. If you want, of course, you can do like a tank top or a fancy water bottle or a pair of Nikes. Sometimes people do those. Having prizes is great, and there's a few different ways that you can do them. One is a daily challenge. So sometimes I'll do like a Thirsty Thursday water challenge where I challenge everybody to drink at least half their weight in body ounces, or like at least a gallon throughout the full day, and upload pictures of their gallon or their water bottles or whatever throughout the day. And I'll choose a winner the next morning, and they will win a water bottle or a packet of Energize or something. And those I really like because it spikes volume on that day, especially if you tell them like, hey, everyone, tomorrow you'll be entered to win a prize if you participate. People will actually participate. The bad thing though is like the next day people check out. So my favorite type of prize are weekly prizes, where for the whole week, and I don't even do the whole week, you guys, I just do 5 days, Monday through Friday. For anybody that logs in and logs their workouts and shakes and participates every single day, they would be entered to win a prize. Or if you have a small group and not many people are participating, say everybody wins a prize, especially if it's something small. Or if you want to do a bigger prize, you could say everybody who logs everything all 5 days of the week and posts something motivating every day or whatever will be entered to win a tank top. So those week-long prizes are my favorite. Also because it's really easy to track compared to like a month-long prize where you have to do points and all of that. Some people love points. It's not for me. Then people like come to me and they're like, I should have had 15 points and all of that stuff. So I don't do the point system. YouTube it. Lots of coaches do, and they really like it. And the last one is you could do group-long prizes. So I think Ashley and Carly do this where at the end of a group, they give away a pair of Nikes, and I believe it's based off of participation. You could do referral prizes. If you refer 3 people to me, I'll send you, a little meal prep booklet that you received in your challenge pack or something that you can get. So prizes are really great. Number 2, ask people to participate. And I think this is something that's so simple but often goes unlooked. You guys, if no one's participating, say, hey, Zoe, I feel like you're doing an amazing job in our group, but people would love to hear from you, or I would love to get the group like spiced up a little bit, have more fun. Would you mind posting today? Or would you mind liking some people's posts or commenting on people's posts? And I actually went live in my group yesterday, or not live, but you can do like a video now. And I said, new rule. And the new rule is anytime you log in to log your stuff, go comment on 3 people's posts, just to make it like more fun and get more people involved. So ask people. Don't be afraid to ask. You are the coach, okay? Number 3, make it fun. The way that I try and do this, other than prizes, is to have a theme. So even if you do like one of those lifetime groups where you just keep adding people in, you can still do themes. And if you don't do a lifetime group, have each group be a different theme. So maybe like our group this month is called Dude, Where's My Gut? And so it's we're talking about everything, but mostly it's like nutrition and, pulling that in. Or if you wanted it to be fitness focused, or maybe it's mindset, maybe it's binge eating recovery, maybe it's, I don't know, you read a personal development book at the same time. Whatever it is that you enjoy, make it a theme for the month, because you're then going to attract people like you who want that same theme or who enjoy the same thing. So have a theme for each group, or even for each week. You could say, like, this is blue week, wear blue every time you work out, and then you can make a collage of photos. One cool thing that I like to do is on Fridays we wear black. So everybody who uploads their workout posts wears black on Fridays, and I do a collage at the end of the day, and I post it on Facebook and tag everyone just to get more visibility. So have some fun with it, and I think themes is a great way to do that. Lastly, be a participant and comment on others' posts. This, honestly, I did not do for the longest time. I like scheduled all of my posts in advance so that it was like super easy. Like I didn't even have to do anything any day if I didn't want to. And even though I was showing up and posting every day, I wasn't participating. People never saw me log my own shakes. They never saw me log my workouts. I never was commenting on other people's, because I was like, I'm the leader, like they'll do their own thing. And initially they did do their own thing, but as we all know, it died down. And there I was that just then started to participate. So be a participant, not only for your own accountability, but for your clients and challengers and everybody in the group. I think they really appreciate it, and they want to know that you're on this same journey too. They want to know that if you're making them drink the shakes, you're also drinking the shakes. If you're making them do 21-day fix, you're doing T25 or whatever. So be a participant and make sure that you are the one also to comment on other people's posts. I see something in the chat. Let me see. Coley, I do weekly prizes. The winner is whoever logs in the most workouts, or food photos, depending on the focus that week. Perfect. So there you go. That's like a theme. And then prizes based off of the theme. I love that. And I know Coley goes to 5 and below too. They've got ridiculously cheap stuff there, but cool stuff. And you know what they have is sliders, which is part of 80-Day Obsession. And I got that because PiYo, they call them the PiYo sliders on Beachbody, but they're really expensive, and so you can get them for really cheap. And I've gotten them for people in the past, and I'm going to get them now, because that way people will have it for when 80-Day Obsession comes out. Just another idea. Let me stop for a sec. Any questions before I go into the last two topics? Yoga mats, workout. Yeah, Coley gets like legit stuff. I just get tiny stuff. She gets yoga mats, workout pants, and tank tops. Yeah, t-shirts. No questions yet? All right. All right. So third topic is how often to check in with your challengers. So again, this is just my experience on how I feel like I've been able to be the best coach. I get the most responses and engagement with my challengers when I do personal messages. I've tried email, and some people do email me back, but if I message somebody, 90% of the people get back to me. So, choose your weapon. I don't think any of them are bad. Just make sure it's personal. Make sure you can say, like, hey, Monique, how is your week going? Hey, Shannon, how did you enjoy Dirty 30 on Friday from your workout program? Try and make it as personal as you can. People can see right through the standard messages that's like, hey, Coley, like, how's your nutrition plan today? Or like something so specific, so generic like that. People are like, did she send this to everybody? So just make sure it's personalized. If you can, say something that you know about like that person or what they're struggling with or the goal that they're working towards. So do a personal message. And then the way that I do that typically is through voice message. And this is cool because you actually can have a standard script that you add to at the end. So like, hey, Zoe, I just wanted to check in and see how you were doing this week, and then end with something specific like, I know you wanted to stay away from chocolate in the evening. Were you able to do that? anything like that, you have that script, type it out, and then just record it, and you can send it to each person. Or you could make it even more generic. Instead of saying the name, just say like, hey girl, just wanted to check in. How are you doing this week with your nutrition and your workouts? Again, it's generic, but if you're in a pinch, record it once, send it to me, and then you can mass send it to all of your clients at once. So it's so easy. I don't know if you guys use that feature, but it is a lifesaver, and it still is that personal touch because it's your voice, right? They're hearing from you. Another thing I'm doing is video, and I really just do this on Instagram because they don't have the voice message feature, which sucks, so they make you do the video if you want it to be more personalized. So I do a video, and again, this one I'm usually doing where I don't say their name, just so I can save it and then send it to everybody because it's a lot faster. And then when they respond, of course, I'm more specific to them. But yeah, the video is just 15 seconds and it says the same exact thing. Hey girl, how are you doing this week? What are some of your struggles and what successes did you notice this week? Short and sweet, but doing it in this personal way will separate you from other coaches. Right? It'll get them to trust you even more. It'll get them to feel like they matter to you. Like not only is they're not just like a person that you need to check in with, you truly care about their progress and their transformation. I try and check in with my challengers weekly. I know of some people that do it daily. I know of some people that just do it at the end of the month. I do try and do it every Friday. And having one day for it just makes it super easy where it's my time to check in with my challengers. I'm going to record the voice message and or video and go through and send it to everybody. So I do weekly just because I find my groups are only 3 weeks long. And if I don't check in with them, a lot of them will drop off by the end. So checking in with them is helpful and just like keeping their retention rate. Number 4, I like to do a challenger of the week. I do this on a Friday. I do it in the app based off of the number of workouts and Shakeologies that they've logged. And you guys, I do try and be a little strategic about it. I have someone this here. So last week, I had 3 people that were tied for the number of workouts and shakes that they've logged. So I chose someone that is not a discount coach yet, that is not a coach in any way. And I wanted to recognize her so that she could, so that her followers would see it, they'd like it. And then I could reach out to her and say, hey girl, you got so much, engagement and love on the post I did for you. Do you think any of those girls would like to join our next group? Right? Or, especially if I do a transformation photo, we were only on day 5. So it was just like a generic post. But if they have a transformation, I'll share that and say, girl, you're so inspiring. You should totally become a coach. Would you be open to learning more about what I do? And I'll get to that in a second too. But have a challenger of the week. Not only is this like checking in with them, but it's also a check-in time because I ask I say, I see that you've been really consistent. I love it. Can I recognize you? They always say yes. And then I say, great. Can you tell me more about what successes you've seen? So it gets them to start thinking about like, oh, well, I have a new habit where I wake up early every morning to work out, or I don't snack at night. Instead, I have a cup of tea. So it's not always like I've lost 5 pounds. It's like, think, what new habits do you have? What changes did you make? Things like that. And then Kate had a question of, how do you know when to do tough love versus sweet best friend? And I actually have a post that I haven't been using lately, but it's on day 1 of my groups where I say, introduce yourself, answer these questions. And the last question is, if you need me to check in with you, do you want me to be tough love or your sweet best friend? And so right off the bat, I know what they are motivated by. So that way, I'm not going to be like, girl, you need to get your ass back on track and stop binging every night or you're never going to lose weight, to the person who's going to go break down and cry and like cancel her shakes from that sort of message. So knowing that. And then sometimes I've been known to ask, and I've even done this to coaches on our team, where I say, I could get really real with you right now. Do you want me to be tough love on you or approach it in a sweet best friend type of manner? And she said tough love. And so I gave her some tough love. And my tough love, I feel like it's really tough, But she was like, oh my God, you're still so sweet. And I'm like, come on, that was supposed to be like motivating. And like, I guess I can't do tough love. But yeah, so don't be afraid to ask. They will tell you what they want. So I don't know if that helps, but I think that initial post is helpful because that's when they're motivated. So that's when they're going to be most honest with you. Like, yeah, give me some tough love, or no, I'm going to run and hide if you do that. So be my sweet best friend. So that's my tip on that. And then lastly, how to convert challengers to working coaches. This is my favorite topic, you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are signing up discount coaches. Like, you don't even give them the option. I guess that's a completely different call. But if you're signing discount coaches, this is a perfect opportunity for you. And before I forget, I need to add something. Okay, so invite to the coaching opportunity. We cannot expect discount coaches to expect anything more than discounts if we're not inviting them to the actual coaching opportunity. So invite them in a personal message. Say, and like I have here, lead with a compliment and confidence. You know, Kate, you are doing freaking amazing in our group. People find you so inspiring. I just have to ask, have you ever considered doing what I do? Or would you be open to learning more about what I do as a coach? So lead with something that they really are doing well at in your group, and lead with confidence, you guys. This is an amazing opportunity. They should be excited that you think that they can be a good coach. So lead with that and do it in a personal message or a voice message, you know, anything like that. Yeah, invite to the actual the business opportunity. And you could also invite to sneak peeks. I do this one-on-one to all of my clients and discount coaches. And then I also post about it in my challenge groups. So not only will I post about, you know, Thursday night, we have a sneak peek. If you want to learn more, click this link. But then the next morning, so Friday morning, I'll say, oh my gosh, we had such a great call. We talked all about what we do as coaches. No worries if you have no interest in this, but if you do, watch this recording. So I lead with, like, if it's not for you, don't even worry about it. But I know some of you are interested, or some of you would be bomb-ass coaches. You should totally listen to this. So I post about it in my challenge groups. Share their transformation. A big way I've gotten, especially discount coaches, to work the business is by challenging them to share their transformation. Now, usually I will challenge them to share it. So I'll say, you know, I saw your Flex Friday post and your muscles look so lean and strong now. You should totally share a before and after, or like a day 1 and day 15 of your biceps, you know, or of whatever. And half the time they'll do it. The other half they won't. If they don't want to, I say, no worries. Can I share it on your behalf? I can keep you anonymous if you want, but it's just too good not to share. And so then I will post it for them and say, like, my friend has seen this sort of progress. Isn't she amazing? You know, something like that. Okay, that's the first part. Either have them share their transformation or you share it on their behalf. Then the most important part is the next day. The next day, you need to reach out to that person, no matter which, if they posted it or you, and say, you got so much love and support on your transformation that you or I shared yesterday. It's unbelievable. Have you ever considered doing what I do, or learning more about coaching? I think you'd be phenomenal at it. And clearly people are already watching your journey. You know, give them that confidence and just be like, have you ever thought of it? Like, you should. So lead with that. And I say that no matter how many likes they get. I had a girl who had 100 likes on one, and then I've had a girl who got like 15. No matter what I say, that is 15 people who are inspired by your story. Have you, and you know, I wrote it down. I loved the script that was on the National Wake Up Call. If any of you remember it, please type it or say it, because I'm probably going to butcher it. But she said something like, would you be open to learning more about the business and getting your shakes paid for? Something like that. If I find it, I'll write it down. Or again, if you guys have it, share that. Because I really like that. Because it's like learning more about the business and getting it paid for, which if my coach said that to me, then I would have been like, yes, because I can't afford Shakeology every month. So share their transformation. Most importantly, follow up the very next day and ask about the business. Number 4, ask for referrals. And this is especially true for discount coaches, because a lot of times they're nervous to become a coach, right? They think that's a really big deal. And so I'll say, no worries if they denied me for the sneak peek or whatever. Or even if I didn't invite to a sneak peek, if I don't think they're ready for that, I might just say, I'm really excited for our next group to start. Do you know of anyone that might like to join us? If you do, I can always talk to them and then sign them up under you. So that's actually a big way of how I build Emeralds is by referrals. I say, would your mom like to join? Would your friend like to join? Especially if we have mutual friends, it's easier. But if not, I just ask for referrals. I talk to them. And then if they sign up, again, I'll sign them up as a discount coach or give them that script. And then before you know it, they help one person. Granted, we did the work, but they earned $50 from it. And they're like, holy crap, maybe I could get 2 more people and win the trip. Or maybe I could get 2 more people and get my shakes paid for plus profit. So asking for referrals is huge to convert them into a working coach. Lastly, ask to co-host a group with you. Even if they don't want to coach, and I think this is my last one. Yeah, so I'm going to stop sharing. Even if they don't want to actually coach and work the business side, say, you did an amazing job in our group last month, and I'd love to get some more engagement this month. Would you mind co-hosting with me? And then if they say yes, you have 2 roads. One, you can just, fill them in and talk to them about how you host a group, or, which I definitely recommend you doing, do that and then say, it would be really cool if we could get 3 of your friends to join us. Do you think they'd be interested? So kind of without them even knowing, see if they have referrals, see if they'd be interested in inviting. And you could even say, I don't know if you'd want to do this, but this is a post I'm doing to try and get more people to join our group. Feel free to just copy and paste it if you want. So kind of walk them through what you do as a coach. And then if they're not already signed up as a discount coach, then you could say, hey girl, you have 5 people interested from that post, meaning 5 likes or something. I'd love to do a 3-way chat with you to talk to them, see if they want to sign up. If so, let's get you signed up as a coach so you make that commission instead of me, right? Let them know that you could easily take that client, but you want to help them. You want to benefit that person so they make the commission or grow a team or whatever. So those are all of my tips on how I try and, foster a good coaching and challenger partnership. I do think it's so important to focus on a transformation, no matter what kind it is. If it's physical, great. But even if it's forming new habits, anything, getting from point A to point B and whatever, if you're able to help them see a change in that first group, they're way more likely to stick with you, to join future groups, and to join as a coach later on. So really focus on that, give them the best experience that you can. And in the end, I think I've said this on 3 calls now, my favorite tip that I got from Summit is we can't motivate anyone, we can equip them. So we are giving them our best. We are giving them all of the tools to succeed. So if your groups are silent, if you're not helping anyone see a transformation, as long as you're doing your best, it's not on you. You're putting it all out there. It's just not the right time or whatever for them. So we are equipping them and doing our best to motivate them, but motivation comes from within. So keep that in mind as well. Any questions or questions or anything I can help you guys with, even outside of challenge groups and stuff? I can't tell if anyone's typing into the chat. So I always try and wait a little bit. I don't think so. All right, cool. Well, if you guys don't have questions, make sure to share this with your downlines, especially your new coaches, because I think that newer coaches are the ones that get discouraged when they have 5 people and nobody's participating. And I've been there, we've all been there. So make sure that they get this information. And if any other questions come up as you're hosting your group or as we're expanding into the UK and that whole participation thing and whatnot, just shoot me a message. I'm always here to chat. Otherwise, thanks for spending some time with me tonight and have a wonderful rest of your evening. Bye, guys.